Hit the transition, let me talk to you. Welcome back to Clowning Around the Ring. I am the lazy-eyed Pinoy, Adrian Diesel. That's the big goof with the big gold, Kool Sheen. And of course in the middle, Card Strong Card Blade. And we gotta talk about this Continental Classic tournament. I'm talking, we gotta run back to the semifinals. I'm talking that triple threat in the Gold League with Jon Moxley, Swerve Strickland, and Jay White. And of course, I wanted Jay White because I wanted Jay White versus Eddie Kingston, but I got Jon Moxley as the victor of that triple threat. Moving on to the finals. Danny Garcia made it to where Brody King couldn't even make it much further in this tournament. The semifinals was now just between Eddie Kingston, the Mad King, the King of the Bums, versus the Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
With one eye.
One arm, one eye, two good legs. Maybe. All I know is that Eddie Kingston finished the story twice before Cody Rhodes. Oops. Eddie Kingston then went on to World's End, Long Island. Went on to fight Jon Moxley for the Triple Crown. I'm talking that Ring of Honor World title, the New Japan Pro Strong Openweight title, and the new Continental Championship. A chop fest.
Oh, I mean, this was brutality for a straight 15 minutes.
Punches to the jaw. Moxley full mount on top of Kingston. Kingston blowing him a kiss. That was for me.
Bro, Eddie Kingston's tope suicida? To the outside, hitting the barricade?
He was fine.
Like a missile?
He was fine. He didn't even feel it.
I'm just saying, they left it all out there for this match. The chops were maximum strength chops. There was nothing held back.
Danielson on the mic.
Yep, that was also a good touch. Trying to be unbiased. I'm going to be unbiased here. And he kind of was. Low-key, he was pretty good at trying to play both sides. He gave Eddie some respect. He obviously was bigging up his boy, but he gave Eddie his respect as a striker because he just lost to him. He had to give him his respect. And I like that. I like the little blend of flavors they had for commentary. And, I mean, there's a still photo of Eddie chopping Mox where his chest is like actually like 2-3 inches concave from the rest of his body. It's perfectly encapsulates exact like what was going on during this match. Just brutality and just nothing held back. The block chop where his wrist snapped around the edge where they did the replay, insanity. Like that's not normal. That's not normal.
Didn't feel that either. But he felt the win.
Yeah.
He got that win over Jon Moxley. He hit him with that spinning back fist a few times.
Yeah.
But it got him. He is now just like his heroes. He's a Triple Crown. He's a savage. And no one can stop him. Nobody. The King of the Bums. He did it for me.
When it counted, he took them all out.
He did it for me. The first two matches in the tournament, he knew he had to pick it up.
And it started with Claudio. Do you remember? That was the first win. He either needed to beat Claudio or basically he was out. And that's when it started. Hasn't lost since.
Can't stop him. Can't stop
He's
him.
the man. No, it was sick. It was sick. And it was a cool moment. The belt, can we talk about that for a second?
Oh, I like it.
It's fantastic.
The Mad King has his crown.
Yeah. No, I personally, I think it's my favorite design, personally. I know that maybe it's a little artsy. Like, it's not like a traditional style, I don't feel like. But to me, it's fire. Like, I think they needed something with a little difference. Like, it's its own thing. It's going to be its own, like, it's creating its own legacy with, like, its own branding, its own style. And I think that's fire.
And then the tournament's coming back. I'm excited. Maybe DG can win it all. He did get the dub though in the 8-man tag. He belongs.
He powered through.
I love that man.
No, he picked it up too. That win over Brody King that you mentioned, that was incredible.
Yes.
And he's earning Magic Daddy's respect. And that
What no? What makes Magic Daddy's nipples hard?
Hey, just as a little side note, all the contenders actually in this tournament put on.
Yeah.
I would say that. I mean, even they had some of the people. It's funny. Jay Lethal had a match.
I'm pretty sure the donut of the whole tournament was Jay Lethal.
But they still had a lot of these guys in matches at World's End, which I thought was cool.
Well, yeah, because they just put them all. Well, not all of them, but they just did the. I think they called it the All-Star 8-man.
That is right. But I mean, I guess I think that gives them, their just due as well. That's I guess where I was kind of going with it. I feel like they all kind of put on Jay Lethal in that match. I thought was sick. Obviously, I mean Brody Kang.
It's a monster.
Brody Kang. He's slowly climbing the charts. It's one of my favorites in the whole, damn industry, man. He's sick.
What is that? A stadium, an arena?
Whatever?
Yeah. Barking.
Yeah.
Imagine.
It's fun. That's fun.
Being in there with the barks.
This was a fantastic tournament. Really well done. It was quick too. Like the action happened. They started it. Action was happening every week. We knew what was progressing.
Matches or something stupid.
It was so many matches. Oh yeah, I know. It was so many matches. But they were the fact that they were 20-minute matches, not 30-minute matches. I think that helped.
There was only one time limit.
What do you? One time limit end. Yeah. So like, I feel they did a really good job with this tournament. What about a tournament like this for the women's?
They could. I don't know. I want them to have a prize, so I would need them. Actually, they're kind of doing that right now. I don't actually. I can't remember if they're doing it in a tournament style or not. But there is a Ring of Honor television, like women's television title, and I can't remember if they're doing a tournament for that or not.
Okay.
But there's something. There's a. You know what I mean? Like I need them to do it for. I want them to do it for something.
There has to be an end goal there. And so I just feel like it could be fun though.
Like, I know that they can do it. I don't know what they would do it for.
I think that would be fun. I thought this was just a really good way to have a reason to throw all these people into matches, and they get to have their miniature little feuds happening within, the series, and they can kind of, take shots at each other that way. It builds their feuds more, or it can develop feuds. Like I think
Garcia bled with the BCC. Put him in.
So, I don't know. I think that this was excellent. The winner was excellent. I mean, beating John makes it seem like, in retrospect, it's going to make it always seem like legit. Like, oh, this was like a legit first title. It was John Moxley, a huge name in it. Like,
and
this,
I don't know. It's just him yet,
amazing.
I don't know if he's beaten him until
Until
then either. I forgot.
Maybe in like multi-man matches, but never like straight up one-on-one. Yeah, I mean, he conquered. It was sick. It was a great story.
I would make a tournament for him to win another belt.
That'd be crazy.
Every time there's a tournament, put him in there, make him win. I don't care.
That's fun. I mean, yeah, we just got a lot of developments out of this, and I think it's great. I think they definitely should do this on the women's side, and they should do something like this whenever there's injury vacancies. What would you think about that? When there's injury vacancies and the title, doesn't really have anywhere to go because they have to give it up.
Might as well do a tournament.
This style, though, is like it really gets the best of the best out there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're not going to, over the course of this many matches, not have a true champion who deserves to be there. Like, even though Eddie lost his first couple, he went on like this win streak and we're like, nah, he does deserve to be champion. Like, I don't know. I feel it's a great way to build someone out of nowhere if you need to, right? If need be. And Eddie, obviously, he came in with the 2 straps. He was 2 strapped up.
He didn't have to put him on the line like that.
He was 2 strapped up.
I'm stupid. Does he have to defend all 3
all the time? Yeah, like how does that work? Does it depend where the match is?
Does it depend who's calling him out? If one guy just wants one, like what if the guy's not greedy? You know what I mean? Like, what if Jay White just wants a reason to go back to New Japan? Does he need all 3 of those belts, or could he just challenge Eddie for the New Japan Strong belt? How does this work? I'm stupid.
Yeah, We need answers. Let us know in the comments if you got any answers. Because I actually don't know.
I don't know. All of the Triple Crowns were overseas, so I don't know how that works. Well, it
Very
feels like
rarely
I've
in
never
any
had
situation,
one here.
very rarely in any situation when there's two belts, does one get put down? Very rarely, I feel like I seen only one be put
Right?
down when
That's what
there's
I'm
two belts.
saying.
So it wouldn't make sense when there's three to just do one. But
But then
it's all or nothing every time. Player, are you the champ or not?
I don't know.
Can't call yourself the champ of that if I just beat you and I'm the champ of this and you like.
But if he just wants to be the champ of one, what if he doesn't care about
I don't
the
know.
whole thing?
I don't know.
Like, I'm not that greedy. To weasel my way back into Japan, I don't think I would need all three belts, is all I'm saying. I think I would just need the one that's New Japan branded.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested in it though for sure. I want to. Where do they go? Do they dip back into the BCC for Eddie's first opponent?
I don't know.
Yeah, they could go anywhere with it, right?
They could do
I feel like
whatever they want.
I feel like the BCC thing is kind of not done, but like they kind of he won, right? He won this part, so like he kind of could take a break. He could go somewhere else, and then if they need to, rustle him up again and
Or
show
call
up,
upon him.
right? Then we can get interested in that again. But I feel right now maybe shifting to something else would be cool. You were just saying, guns up. I mean, that could be fun. I think that would be a great angle to take it.
Even if he does challenge him for all three,
Yeah.
and loses? I don't know. Why does it have to be all three?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because and then what? Ring of Honor just doesn't really have. Well, Ring of Honor. I mean, like they do obviously have one now that'll show up, but like, and then what? Like, what happens when he does lose all three? Ring of Honor just doesn't have someone who doesn't show up sometimes. Like, what? The guy in New Japan.
But the
also
belts
is
won't
just holding-
always be together, right? There's
what
not.
I'm
They don't
saying.
always get. Once they're together, they don't just always stay together. So yeah, they'll get broken up eventually.
That's what I'm
They'll
saying.
get broken up
That's what I'm
eventually.
saying.
It just depends on the
I'm just
matchup.
saying,
Okay.
a guy doesn't have to be so greedy and try and take all three if he just
I
needs
see.
the one to be his ticket.
I see. But he doesn't. That guy doesn't seem to be a let's share type of guy. So I don't know. He seems like a I want it all type of guy. I mean,
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's fun. That's fun. Okay. I definitely think that that's the angle they should go. Do you have anything else on the Continental Classic?
No.
All right. Get out of here.